What's good, Commanders fans? Happy Sunday. So just wanted to wrap up the rest of the undrafted free agents that were signed by the Commanders so far. Already went over Kazmir Allen, the wide receiver out of UCLA, Jalen Sample from Minnesota State, Mitchell Tinsley, the wide receiver from Penn State. Now they did sign Bryson Tremaine out of Stanford, wide receiver. I liked him while watching him coming out. Played with Tanner McKee, 6'4", 212 pounds, 38 catches, 490 yards, and 3 touchdowns for his senior season. More of a possession wide receiver, ran a 4.6 40-yard dash, so he's not going to wow you with his speed, but he plays faster than his 40-yard dash, has good hands, more of a contested catch king. Now, sometimes that doesn't translate, but I think what Ron Rivera is trying to do, and who knows if this guy makes the roster or not, but I think he wanted to get some bigger, taller wide receivers like the other guy at Minnesota State. He's about 6'5", 6'6". Bryson Tremaine, 6'4". Mitchell Tinsley, 6'4", 6'5". The only smaller guy that he got was Kazmir Allen out of UCLA. So I think he wanted some red zone targets to, kind of replace Cam Sims, bigger receivers, more possession receivers, because of course Terry, Jahan, and Curtis, they're all 6 feet 5'11" guys. They're shifty guys that get open. But we don't have that big guy that's a possession receiver that you can just have a contested catch guy, just throw up and go get it. Terry can certainly go get it for sure. Jahan, he goes up there and gets it sometimes too, but I think Ron kind of likes those big receivers, kind of like a Devin Funchess kind of guy, move the chains kind of guy. And I think Bryson Tremaine is that guy out of Stanford for sure. So as a junior 2021, he had 20 catches, 245 receiving yards. I think he had a really, really bad injury his sophomore season as well. Let me see how many games he played in his junior season, but I know for sure he had a really bad injury in 2021 in that junior season, but his senior season he had an okay game. So his strengths are per PFN, underrated pass catcher with possibilities as a possession receiver, battles opponents with his hands. So to separate, which he does get separation. He was really good at finding the soft spots in the zone, getting open, using his hands, taking a hit over the middle. Really good at tracking the ball, keeping his eyes on the ball, focusing on the ball, those contested catches, coming down with it. He's really good at that. Plays with balance as well as body control and displays outstanding eye-hand coordination. Plays faster than his 40 time, tracks the pass in the air, and easily makes the reception at full speed. So I did like that. Like I said, if he does make the roster, kind of like how Cam Sims he was just a good red zone target, just a guy you can throw the ball up to. I do think Bryson Tremaine could certainly come in and do that if he does make the roster, especially with AGG retiring last year too. We just don't have a lot of guys that you can just throw the ball up to and just say, hey, go get it at 6'4", 6'5". So the other guy that intrigued me too is Brad Roberts, who is a running back / fullback, 5'11", out of Air Force, 5'11", 215 pounds. This guy racked up rushing yards. Now, we know how Air Force in the Naval Academy, they are run-heavy teams. Per Aaron Wilson, Robert led the nation with 1,728 yards, scored 17 touchdowns, has been granted permission to delay his commission to chase his NFL dream. His commission with the Air Force. Salute to him. So he is going to be at the Commanders rookie minicamp. They did not sign him, but they gave him an invite to the rookie minicamp. They also invited wide receiver Brian Cobb out of Utah State. Didn't really see much footage of him. I Googled and looked around. I just couldn't find anything. But Brian Cobbs, he's from Alexandria, Virginia, local guy. He did commit to Maryland University, ended up at Utah State. His senior year, he had really good production with 76 catches, 923 yards, and 5 touchdowns. 6'2", 210 pounds. So I'm a little intrigued with him with the production for sure. Brad Roberts is more of a fullback. They would hand the ball off to him at the fullback position. He would just scamper up the middle for like 20, 30 yards each time. And this guy averaged 5 yards per carry. So will it really translate to the NFL? Not really. The NFL doesn't really use fullbacks like that, but Ron did sign a fullback last year or 2 years ago. I think his name is Alex Arma, so he could be the Alex Arma replacement and be on the practice squad, and we could use him on those 4th and 1 possessions or 4th and 1 situations, goal line situations, or if we really just want to run the football and just be a ball control team like we were last year against the Eagles on Monday Night Football, and we could use a fullback, I would not mind that at all, just playing smash mouth football with Brad Roberts out of Air Force. So yeah, I mean, it's intriguing, the production, 1,728 yards, but like I said, the NFL just doesn't use fullbacks like that, but he's not going to he wouldn't really produce as a running back, just not shifty at all, really can't make guys miss at all. But I mean, that's not the end-all be-all for running backs, but he's not a guy that's going to, make guys miss in the backfield for sure. He's a guy you just put the ball in his gut and he's just run up the middle, kind of like Mike Sellers, Mike Allstott kind of guy. That's what he is for sure. So I do like the pickup of Brad Roberts. If he does make the practice squad, I wouldn't mind that at all for sure. So other guys that I did not talk about, offensive tackle Mason Brooks out of Ole Miss. His senior year, he had a really good year, and he does provide positional flex as well. As a senior, he saw action in 14 games and played a total of 1,052 snaps. For the Hilltoppers, he allowed 13 quarterback hit hurries, 1 quarterback hit, and 4 sacks while playing at right tackle. That was in 2021. And then as a redshirt senior, where he transferred to Ole Miss, whereas a fifth-year senior, Brooks saw action in 8 games and played a total of 113 snaps for the Rebels. He allowed no quarterback hurries, no quarterback hits, and no sacks while playing most of his snaps at right guard. So positional flex there, right there at right tackle and right guard. Let's see if he can move to left guard, because we really do need depth and help at that left guard position still, in my opinion. Even though they did get Braden Daniels, I think they still, or the people are saying that he may play tackle. So who knows? I think we still need help at that left guard position for sure. So I'm intrigued by the UDFA signing of Ole Miss guard/tackle Mason Brooks, 6'6", 305 pounds, out of Cedar Park, Texas. So who else is on the list here? Josh Pryor out of Bowie State. I know locally, if you're from PG County or from the DMV, you probably heard about Josh Pryor. Now, he had really good production. He was at the Commanders' local pro day. His freshman year, he had 9.5 sacks in 2018. 2019, he had 13 sacks, 1 pass deflection. He forced 3 fumbles his freshman year, but his production dropped off in 2021 and 2022. He only had 6 sacks in 2021, which is still productive, 3.5 sacks in 2022 as well. And 2 fumble recoveries. So he still has some production, but it looks like they probably double teamed him or triple teamed him. And after that sophomore year, they're like, yeah, you're just not going to. It's probably in the CIAA conference. Or I know the Bowie State's in the CIAA conference. So I think they probably just were like, okay, we're just not going to let Josh Pryor hurt us. We're just not going to let him get any sacks at all, basically. We're probably triple team, double team him, all kinds of stuff, chipped him and everything. 6'4" redshirt senior, 280 pounds out of Baltimore, Maryland. So a super, super local guy. Not that that matters, but it is intriguing. So we'll see if he can come in and provide some depth on the roster, if he can make the roster at all. Kendall Smith, safety at Illinois, teammate of Jartavius Quan Martin, had a lot of ball production, had 5 interceptions his senior year. So it looks like Ron Rivera really just wanted to get guys that take the ball away and have a knack for being around the football. And Kendall Smith certainly is that. Now he's projected to be more of a special teams guy, played a lot of cover 1, that high post safety position. Ran his 40-yard dash was a 4.6 on his pro day. So not the quickest guy, 6'1", 211 pounds, 34-inch vertical jump. So he does have some athleticism there. So very intriguing there. I'll read his write-up to you guys real quick. So top reasons to buy in per the Draft Network: plays harder to find a position as a high post man free safety, good ball skills and tracking ability, logged 5 interceptions in 2022, special teams background, potential development upside as a former wide receiver as well. So that translates to a lot of the times where guys used to be wide receivers, they're really good at catching interceptions, and we have a knack for dropping interceptions. So we need more guys that can definitely go out there and catch interceptions for sure. Top reasons for concern is a 1-year starter in spite of 5-season career with the Illini. Speed and range are sufficient, but not hallmark skills to play high post safety. Like I said, 6 feet, 205 pounds. So let's move on to the last guy out of Michigan State, Xavier Henderson, another safety. He, in 2022, as a 5th-year senior, Henderson saw action in 7 games while playing 452 snaps. He logged 30 tackles, 10 assists, and made 9 stops in coverage. Henderson had no pass breakups, no interceptions, and surrendered a disappointing quarterback rating when targeted of 121.4. So that's not good at all. But 2021, 67 tackles, 17 assists, and made 31 stops. Quarterback rating of 116.8 allowed as well. So got to watch a little bit more of Xavier Henderson, but I just want to talk about him being signed. So that's all the guys that had been signed so far. I know they signed another corner. I'll probably talk about him later. They invited him to a rookie mini camp. I did just see that out of West Virginia. I got to look that guy's name up. But if you guys find that out, definitely comment below. And I'll try to talk about him a little bit later as well. So you guys let me know what you guys think about the UDFA signings. I'm definitely going to make a video about a grade for the Commanders draft and all that, and more content. Held to Commanders. Peace.